But, so I have that in my mind as well, just because I did see that growing up.
Fear of heights lore. Okay. My sister wouldn't get in elevators for a while.
Well, that's the intention, Shaggy. You're not supposed to feel good in the corner. If we rewarded you...
Are you that fucking stupid? Surfer, that's not me, you retard.
Attention.
So, Surfer falls prey to his own fucking shit. Now, I don't know if he really thought that was me or not, but, because of that, I'm justified in saying, you don't know whether the fuck I was being a brat or not, dude. How the fuck would you know? How the fuck would you know?
What's the heaviest dumbbell you have? The 80s. These two are 80 pounds.
And that's, that's pretty much, like, it's dumb of me to even, like, at this point pretend that Surfer isn't behind laughing Adolf. Which, unironically, yeah, it pisses me off. And I know Surfer doesn't like that shit being done to him. Because I do remember when PPP told him that Murdoch had said some shit about him. And he didn't like that at all. You see, now Adolf is so desperate that he's role-playing as himself faking me and me complaining about him faking me. It just gets to the point that it's a little disturbing. I don't know. The fact that this guy would do that even if I wasn't there. I don't kick it with people like that, and I think it's a little weird that Surfer does. What just happened there?
It sounds like an animal's being tortured out on the path. Like, it sounds like it's, like, squealing to death. Like, that wasn't a good sound I just heard on the path. Like, I better take a look. That's fucking strange. But anyway.
Well, that was the Wendigo I sent after you. With my Mormon curses. For you and your bullshit. Well, no, I did want to, like, Madman Shaggy, that's not Madman, that's my name. Adolf is saying here that I didn't want to call in the whole time. No, I very much did. I think I could have made the show a lot better. I genuinely believe I could. But again, A-logging isn't trolling. With trolling, you only heckle someone. You only give them shit if it's funny. With A-logging, you try and form up a gang against someone you've decided you dislike, and you act like an irrational piece of shit on the internet. It's like in Indian countries, there's some guys who engage in gang rape, and then when they're not doing that, they're completely normal dudes, and they would never rape someone unless there was rape time in the gang. It's sort of like that. That's how a lot of Americans see this shit, is they'll fuck up your life on the internet, but then they want to go around being like normal people in real life. And if someone, like, gets pissed about it, they act like, because they're that fucking stupid, they really don't get it. It would be one thing if they were just malicious. That would be fucking sad. But it's horrific that they're that fucking stupid.
The handles, because I have homemade dumbbells where it's like 10-pound plates, and then there's the handles that are welded on.
I also find it interesting that Surfer is one of the biggest proponents of the, if you leave, you lose philosophy. You know, he will tell you, he is really into that. You have to take call-ins. You can't run from the chat. Well, Surfer, who's running now, buddy? Who's running now? It ain't me. I'm saying let me call in. But you're so fucking scared to answer that shit that you brought up. I'm trying to answer your questions. And you're so scared to have your fucking questions answered about the shit that went down on the job because you know you're on the wrong side there. You know you're on the wrong fucking side. That you're dodging my calls and pretending like you're falling for fake Shaggy. It's sad. It is sad. But what are you going to do? I have no sympathy for Surfer if he's falling for Adolf. I guess he'll just have to figure out later when he watches this stream that it wasn't me typing shit. Maybe this will convince him to give him a wrench, but I don't know. I think living with PPP taught him to be a masochist. I think he thinks that having a bunch of people just giving you shit all day on the internet is normal. You don't have to deal with that. You can. It is okay. Listen, I know you lived with Ashton for a long time. But I'm going to let you in on a secret. Let me break an illusion that's been in place for a long time. The rules of the internet are dysfunctional. And you are smart to ignore them. I wouldn't be surprised if Surfer was Adolf. At that point, I can definitively say he is a snake. He is no different than PPP. And I will be A-logging him just as much as I A-log PPP. And, that would be sad, because I thought Surfer was a good dude. If I find out he is laughing Adolf, well, no, that's snake behavior. I don't want to be Nick Fuentes about it. But realistically, a lot of this, other than some of the fucking retarded shit he says, he's often on point with some shit. You want to say you're someone's friend, but having a laugh at their expense, that's okay. But if you're running up a fucking huge tab, which is really why I don't fucking, much as I like Toxic Angel as a person, I don't really go on his show that much anymore. Because, having a laugh at my expense is one thing, but, if you're running up like hundreds of dollars on my tab every fucking night, you're not my friend. You're a tapeworm. And I don't think of people like Toxic like a tapeworm. That's not what I'm saying. But I couldn't, it would not be psychologically healthy or sane to be on a show where every night it's just people calling in to tell me how much they hate me and that I'm a loser and that I should kill myself. And if that literally becomes the content, of course I'm going to walk away. Of course I'm going to walk away. And, I did that with Toxic, and, yeah, I wouldn't be willing to deal with that from Surfer either. There's no, I'm not going to be your Sideshow Bob. I know a lot of people really want me to be their Sideshow Bob. But, remember, Sideshow Bob ended up trying to kill people. You don't want a Sideshow Bob. Leave that guy alone. But, yeah, anyone who's, watching my stream and still believes I'm typing in Surfer's chat, when you can see me doing the Mr. Burns with my hands, I don't, do you think I'm typing with my dick? Who's he yelling at?
Born when I was learning, and it would be easy for me to forget what I needed to remember. But if I just repeated it and didn't let that go in my mind, I would remember and I wouldn't fuck it up. And when I learned how to speak, I forgot. But I've always remembered that my whole life. My whole life, ever since I learned how to speak, I've remembered that there was something I was supposed to remember and not fuck up. And I can't remember anymore. I've never remembered since I learned how to speak. But I do actually have that memory. So maybe reincarnation theory is real.
Yeah, see, I would have had a lot to add to this. I know that there is proof of reincarnation. I've looked into it. That's why I actually believe in it, despite the fact that the Mormon Church disavows it. Joseph Smith disavowed it. But I do believe in reincarnation. I've got an odd memory like that. Iago, the character played by Gilbert Godfrey, I swear to God, he had a different name when I was a kid, and I can't remember it. And I think that may be a Mandela effect or some MK Ultra shit. But I always remember that. Iago wasn't called Iago. Now, maybe my parents were calling him Gilbert Godfrey, and I thought his name was something like Gilbert Godfrey or something. Like, because I was a little kid, but... Oh, fuck. Ghost of Niccolo, I'll go through the process of unbanning you, okay?